I'm gonna be saving the Extra Life VODs on Twitch as the whole thing as a highlight, and then of course these are all going on YouTube. These have priority, so apologies in advance. I'm gonna be spamming your subscription feed with a bunch of Extra Life charity videos, and if you unsubscribe to me because you don't like seeing charity videos in your YouTube in the middle of your fucking stream of other crap that you watch on YouTube, well then, I'm not the one that has a problem, okay? just put that there. Thanks for sticking with us. Coming up next, the next game we have in our marathon is Dragon Tales Dragon Adventures for the Game Boy Color. It's going to be an any % run. We're going to play the Dragon Berries section of the game. I've played through parts of it, and it turns out there's multiple adventures you can go on in the game, but they're all the same. You go through the same levels, but instead of finding dragon berries, you're finding pieces of a treasure map or butterflies or something. So when you played one, you played them all. So we're gonna play through this for the Game Boy Color, and it's not that bad of a platforming game. It's decent. And the reason why Dragon Tales has made it onto the schedule this year is because it's a lot of the games that I've been trying to pick out and feature in the marathon. I don't want to be naming people specifically, but if there's a game that's on the schedule and you feel like, you know, you're in this community and we're friends and we've known each other for a long time, and you feel like, is this game on the schedule for me? It is. And the Dragon Tales game highlights that, because a lot of the games I wanted to feature on the schedule are in honor of people in my life that I appreciate, that are my friends, that I care about. You know, Super Off-Road is, of course, there for my brother, for whom we're doing this marathon for the hospital he was at. Yukai, the Japanese game we played last night, Yukai no Mieku, whatever it was, the peaceful dungeon, the peaceful labyrinth, that was for my friend Jason, you know, for example. So, but Dragon Tales is on the schedule because there's a friend of mine who's been through a lot of shit in life, been dealt a real bad hand, and you know, he's a little bit older than I am. He's in his mid-30s. I'm just in my early 30s, but he really kind of identifies with some of the characters in that cartoon. And even though it's a cartoon for little kids, everybody's fighting their own battles, right? And we kind of reconnected again. We hadn't really spoken a whole lot in the past few years, and we got to talking again. And I wanted to put this game on the schedule for him. I don't want to be naming names, because being close to 40 and liking Dragon Tales, I'll probably put you on a list, I think. But this is more symbolic of just me wanting to say thanks to everybody who's had an impact on my life. So hopefully, even if Dragon Tales isn't your thing, we can still come together and we can enjoy this goofy game for the Game Boy Color and post the little chocolate wagon emotes in chat like what Sheep is doing. But, you know, lately, these past couple years, I've done a lot of personal growing over these past couple years, and figuring out if the type of person I am is the type of person I want to be. And you know that song by Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, where it says, if you want to make a world a better place, take a look at yourself in the mirror and make that change. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to be a little bit nicer about things while still having fun. So Dragon Tales Dragon Adventures is not a great game, but it's not a bad game, but it is a special game. So let's hop on over back to our marathon layout. Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand. Let's all go to Dragon. How many handheld games? Handheld games. That's what you named your company. Is there a reset? Can we get a reset on that one? Can we see that again? I don't think the Game Boy emulator has... No, it does. Reset Game Boy. Can we see that again? Because I'm singing the... Okay, Sesame Street, yeah. I'm singing the theme song, and then all of a sudden... That's what you named... That's what you named the company. There's a reason why Ford is not just called Car, right? Holy shit. So the timer doesn't start yet. Timer starts when you pick an adventure. So this is Max and Emmy, I think. It's hard to tell at this low of a resolution, but they got the opening. I mean, that's what happens in the cartoon. They make a wish and they get teleported to Dragonland. There we go. Okay, so it's going to start whenever we start the adventure here. So we're going to do Dragonberry Days, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. We're also going to put it on easy. There's Ord. Now this game has a really weird color palette, and I kind of found out the reason for that is because everything is washed out, because the Game Boy Color doesn't have a backlit screen. So a few early Game Boy Advance games did the same thing, where everything is highlighted really weirdly so that it shows up in low light. We're playing as Ord right now, the big blue dragon. We're going to be spending most of the time playing as Ord because everybody kind of goes the same speed, but he has a giant hitbox, so he's able to collect everything. So we're collecting dragon berries, and we have to button mash through these guys. So this first fairy... Oh wait, no, hang on. Only Max and Emmy crawl in small places. So I think we have to change right here, because Max has to crawl into the tree. But as soon as they let us turn back into the dragon, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, right here, we're going straight back to playing as Ord. You can also play as Cassie. I hear that she likes to hide in bushes. That's not a sexual thing. That's a reference to the Dragon Tales hide-and-seek game for the PlayStation 1. Get your mind out the gutter, okay? She's 7. So every time you enter a stage, the fairy will tell you how many dragon berries there are, and just find however many you can. So there's 3 difficulty settings for this game. Easy, medium, and hard, and I picked easy. But the only difference between those two is how many of the items you need to find to advance on to the next round. If you put it on easy mode, I think you need to find at least 1, just somewhere in the level. And then from there, I think medium is... There's not the same amount in every stage, so since it varies so much, it's really dependent from level to level, but on easy, you have to find 1. No matter how many there are, you find 1, and then you talk to the fairy. They will eventually let you go to the next part of the next zone, whatever. Like this guy, great job, you're almost done. Grab as many things as you can. Oh, we gotta go down here. It's kind of like Donkey Kong Country, right? Just a little slower with more dragons. So I like it even more. Alright, so this is the fairy at the end of the stage. She says, you found 5 dragon berries. There was 11 in there, but we didn't find 11. And we really only found 5 because they were just kind of in the way as we were going through the level. I mean, ideally, I guess you would pick up 1 and that's it. There are 5 dragon berries here. What's really unfortunate about this game, as I was playing it to kind of learn more about it, and think about maybe running it, there's a dragonberry. One of the things I noticed about it was they really did copy and paste these stages over and over again. Because on one of them, the mission is like you gotta find pieces of a treasure map or whatever it is, and when you get to the later levels, which are the levels you already played them, it's just a different order basically. Around like the 5th or 6th level, you can tell they copy pasted the text that these fairies say. Because the fairies will still say there are 5 or however many dragon berries here, but you're not collecting those, you're collecting map pieces. And the map pieces still appear, it's just, you could tell they got lazy toward the end. And that's kind of disappointing, because I mean, even though it's the same shit over and over again, I feel like little kids kind of deserve better than that. You know what I mean? Am I am I the guy that runs the Cassie fan page? No. If I had to pick a favorite character from this show, would it be Cassie? I don't know. I mean, I don't like Zack and Wheezy. They're weird. They're creepy. I mean, in like the last season of the show, I think I mentioned, I think they introduced the dragon who's like in a wheelchair. That's all. They're also not my favorite character. Not because they're in a wheelchair. It's just because they're not my favorite character. And my favorite character is probably Ord or Cassie. It's not Quetzal. Quetzal's kind of annoying. I don't really like him. He always talks in Spanish, which is weird for a dragon. He's always like, "Hola, niños." He thinks he's Dora the Explorer. I'm not sure what his thing is. Buster Keaton rules, "Here be dragon." Berries. They should say that when you walk into a stage. That'd be funny. So we got a flight stage coming up. These are all the same. I like Ord's down sprite. He looks really goofy. So if you were to spend a lot of time in this game, there's a lot of things to pick up. There's gems, there's cupcakes, there's music notes. There's also keys on the HUD down there, but that's only on the ones where you're finding treasure map pieces. That's the only time you find keys. I don't know what they do. I've never gotten a perfect on any of these stages. I mean, I would imagine you get something good. The little necklace that you see at the end of every level. The dragons, they wear those in the show. What do they do? It's like whenever the... Okay. So to explain the necklace and the characters in the show, you have to understand the story behind Dragon Tales. There's a Defunct Land video that's really good. All about Dragon Tales, the cartoon. The artist who came up with these characters depicted dragons and children in situations ranging from being brave to being frightened, because dragons are either very powerful, they can represent strength, or they can represent the unknown and the things that scare you. And becoming friends with the dragons, taming them, is overcoming those fears. So that's what the cartoon is about, basically. Is the kids and the dragons and stuff, they learn like life lessons. It's one of those cartoons. And I think every time the dragons learn a life lesson, I think their necklace like glimmers or something like that. That's why they keep showing it. But the guy that conceptualized Dragon Tales, he's a very saintly person. He's a good guy. I would love to have some of his original artwork too. I mean, he's still alive today, which is good, because Lord knows we're losing decent people left and right these days. Dragon Tales did give us the chocolate wagon meme on this channel though, because there was this fan fiction where somebody was like, it was Cassie who pooped her pants, and they used the phrase chocolate wagon to refer to it as a euphemism, and that never made any sense to me. Because I'm like, somebody had to hear that from somewhere. Like, we spent a long time trying to figure out what the hell that meant. But this isn't the game that we were playing when we were reading those fanfics, though. That was the hide and seek one for a PS1. Mr. Flammable Draco, why? Hey, it's not my fault. It's just weird people on the internet. But like I said, I don't like the rubberneck like that anymore, so we just we joke about it, you know, because that's an old joke on the channel. But I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm past that. This is a good game though. It's a good game for kids. I was actually really surprised with how fun this was. Hey, Turtle Rock. I guess we're in Link's Awakening now. Okay. that happened. But this is a surprisingly solid game. I was a little let down by the copy and pasting, but just like this solitary single adventure, this is fun. Like it's real casual, laid back platforming. It's super approachable. You can't lose. You can't fall out of the level and die. You just fall down somewhere, and that's you just climb back up. Like, you can't lose. It is literally just a game for children. But I like it. I appreciate that. It's not often you see a game meant for kids, even for girls either. I mean, those are two demographics that always got fucked with bad games. Always. So to see something like this is like, that's nice. Good on you. Handheld games? I mean, didn't think with a company name like that you would have given a shit, but you did. Anyways, we made it, so we're at the that's we're almost there. There we go. So, Ord, he's got all the berries. You found the dragon berries. You did it. That's the ending you get. You get big old barrels of fruit, and you get Ord stuff in his face. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you complete the mission as, the adventure. It always shows Ord eating the berries. I'll flip through the other ones real quick. This one is Bye Bye Flutterby, and I think this one involves Cassie, and Help I'm Lost is Cassie. I don't know this one. I don't remember that one. Puzzlewood, that's Zack and Wheezy. Scalawag is, I think, also Zack and Wheezy. I'm not sure, like the people that the plot's about. One of them is Max and Emmy, I think. Maybe Scalawag is Max and Emmy. I'm not sure. But anyways, even though there's different adventures, these all take you through the same exact stages with very little difference. This one, you do the same stages, but you have to pick up the butterflies, and the butterflies move around. That's it. It's like the dragonberries, but the dragonberries stay still. This one, Help I'm Lost, you play through the same stages, but there'll be like a baby bird, and then you have to find the baby bird somewhere in the stage, go back across the stage, find the mama bird, reunite them, and go on to the next level. It's really, really kind of mindless, unfortunately. So like I said, that's kind of a letdown in that aspect, but that's that lack of care for kids games kind of showing through. But playing through this, that's fun. Like, this is all right. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's a game about Dragon Tales. It's a game for a cartoon for children, and you know what? I had fun playing it, and it's not like there's no speed tech to it or whatever. I'm sure there is if you really wanted to map out the level details and really figure out the optimum strats, but is that what Dragon Tales is really about? Is that going to make your necklace glow? If you demolish the game and you step on the hearts of everybody who just wants to play the game and just enjoy it? Is that really what it's about? I don't know. Anyways, now's the part in the show where if this was a Dragon Tales episode, everybody would come together and sing a song. Unfortunately, we're not gonna sing a song because the next game on the list, as you can see right above me, is Super Mario World 64. So all this this chill atmosphere that we got from Ord just getting his snack on is gone. But anyways, that was Dragon Tales Dragon Adventures, specifically the Dragonberry Days Quest. The Quest. Pick a Dragon Tale for Game Boy Color. Not a bad game. I would recommend it. Just just as a casual thing. Not as a speed game, but as a casual thing. And if you've got little kids and they're into old games like this is about as easy and non-threatening as it gets. You can't lose. It's really colorful. It's based off of a cartoon that they'll probably like if they're not already watching it. So, you know, give it a look. Give it a look.
Thanks for checking out this video. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't. Either way, your feedback is appreciated. And you can also subscribe to Gatorbox if you like this content and want to see more of it from us. Catch us live Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/Gatorbox. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so at patreon.com/Gatorbox or streamlabs.com/Gatorbox.